redefining co-working.
Exceptional offices for every business.
This summer, Espaces expands with 2 premier locations.
Cool Springs at Corporate Center and Brentwood at City Park.
Explore the private offices, team suites, and fully equipped meeting rooms.
Opening July 2025.
Limited spaces are available.
Schedule your private tour now at espaces.com and be sure to check out all 15 locations at espaces.com.
That's espaces.com.
espaces.com.
So everyone knows like where Joe Biden fell off the bicycle, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's seen that viral clip.
That's so good.
So I was talking to Neil before all you latecomers got here.
We were on time for the show.
I beat you to your stomping ground. It's okay. But I was telling Neil that's like where he fell off is just like in a parking lot. It's like 20 minutes from where I grew up. It's in Rehoboth Beach. That's where Joe Biden's beach house is. But it's just in the parking lot where I pull up to go to the beach. It's the cheapest parking around. Yeah. That's where I go. And he just fell off right there. So someone on Google Maps renamed that one spot, that parking lot, Brandon Falls.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
That's amazing.
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So we'll just be writing songs early and thinking, okay, if I get any kind of idea personally, I think, okay, that's Aldine. First thing I'm gonna do is call Neil. And if he loves it, then we'll save it, tuck it away, and then start working on it. Then if he doesn't, then I'll try to write it with somebody else. But you're just trying to write.
Wait, what?
if you don't like it,
Most people just want to exist in a landscape of common sense and just exist. No one, nobody wants. I don't know anyone that's moved here from California that is trying to maybe force their policies. Most of them are trying to escape it and just live.
And who
normal.
knows, maybe some of those people are in Nashville proper. I mean, Nashville is more democratic.
Yeah, of course.
The Try That in a Small Town podcast begins now.
And we're back.
It's the Try That in a Small Town podcast.
Hey.
If anybody ever wonders who's doing that crazy voice on the Espaces intro,
You're welcome.
Espaces.com. This is the Try That in a Small Town podcast. Coming to you from the Patriot Mobile Studios, powered by
Espaces.com.
nailed it.
We love it here. We absolutely love her. That's Thrash.
Thank you.
We got KLo, TK. I'm Do. We're just going to go with Do.
Yeah.
Do? Okay.
I mean, it's fun.
That's
I thought you said douche.
Now
I'm gonna go with douche.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Let's segue right into our new episode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it blends so well. It is. So you guys are going to want to check this out. This is very, very different tonight. We have a guest on. His name is Christian Hodges. He has a podcast of his own, America Don't Give Up. Isn't that right? He has a book with the same title. You'll want to check this out. He's 20 years old.
Yeah.
He could be our son.
Nobody's
He
supposed
could
to be that
be our
wise.
grandson.
I think he wrote the book when he was 17, I think.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This kid is impressive. I don't want to call him a kid because he's got an old soul and he's
a man now.
Yeah, it's really cool what's about to happen. He's gonna basically interview us. I think it's gonna go out on both podcasts.
I was a little uncomfortable at first with that, being interviewed on my own podcast. I was a little. I didn't know what was coming.
Well, he was sitting in your chair, so maybe that's it.
That's what it was. Wasn't it?
Maybe that was.
Well, this is the intro, so you really don't know what happened.
We're fooling
just
people
blew my
into
mind,
believing
KLo.
that it's about to happen.
The
secret's out. The secret's out. We already did the interview. We're just trying to make you believe this is the intro.
You see what we did?
God.
Who needs AI?
But it's actually, I think you guys are going to really enjoy this.
Maybe it'll be a thing. Maybe
yeah.
we can do it. Maybe that'll be a thing like we have other people like come on and Tom Brady come on and interview us.
Interview us. Because really, we're very interesting.
Very.
Yeah.
I think so. We'll find out, won't we?
And we have a lot of spare time. So
Yeah. So much spare time.
Anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it with Christian Hodges.
We're back for season 2 of America Don't Give Up. We're starting off strong. some of the Jason Aldean's guys, some of his writers, the ones
Hey,
who...
whoa, you're a little too comfortable.
Hold on.
Right here on our set.
I like it. I like it being comfortable.
But I wasn't expecting that comfortable. But I
Really?
like it. No, I like it. I like it.
The Lord said have dominion.
Proceed, sir.
I mean, let Christian do his
Hey,
thing.
I love this. This is a cool format here. Go ahead.
There we go. You guys are in the hot seat tonight.
Okay.
All right. These are the guys who wrote Try That in a Small Town. Back when the BLM stuff broke out, I was about 15. I just
What?
turned
How old
20
are
like
you
last week.
Are you serious?
No.
Wow.
Bro.
I just turned 20. I remember...
Wait, you're 20?
I'm 20.
Wait a minute.
I gotta make you guys feel old a little bit.
We got shoes older than you that we use
I
on
was going
stage.
to ask
so-
if you wanted something to drink, but I guess not.
No.
You got
All right.
songs older than me.
Oh, God. Here we go. Uh-oh. Here we go.
I'm gonna get kicked out. But these are the guys who wrote Try That in a Small Town. Back when that stuff broke out, because you guys released that like just before BLM broke out, right? If I remember.
Yeah, it was
like
right around that time.
just
frame.
about just about before.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I was going to my brother's graduation in West Virginia when the George Floyd stuff broke on the TV. That's when I remember seeing it. But I mean, that kind of got my start in politics a little bit and threw me into it. But back then, what's going through your head to release that before the BLM stuff broke out? It's not like you had no one knew George Floyd was going to happen, but you guys were already ahead of the curve. You didn't release it for the BLM stuff.
I feel like
No,
it was
go ahead.
after,
You were just writing it.
It was well after
It was
George
actually.
Floyd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not great at timing and remembering things
Because of
like
our
that,
age.
but it really wasn't. We didn't write it in
Yeah.
response to BLM.
That's the way everyone took it, of course.
Yeah,
The
that's not
Democrats do.
definitely not the
That's
case.
exactly right. Well
That's what they
said.
do.
Jason's vision for that song was always, once he heard the song and liked it, it was always to release it with a video together at the same time. What happened was the label, I think, kind of got scared of the video and said, well, let's let the song do its thing first and then put the video out. It was supposed to come out together. And it really wasn't trying to prove any point other than just look how crazy stuff is and, do we really like the way things are right now? So it certainly wasn't a timing thing or anything like that. It was just, it was looking back on it was a very crazy time. And I think that's why it struck a nerve, is that it was hard to look at for a lot of people that was happening. That's real footage. That's not acting. That's not, scripted, So I think it hit people in a weird way.
What year was it, KLo, that you saw? What year was it that all came
I
about?
don't remember. What it had to be when the song came out in
But do you remember what month it
May,
was?
so it would have been.
Yeah.
We were talking about it over Christmas break, so it seems like it was 22.
Yeah, I said
It was KLo.
So I think it was
KLo
22.
came up with the title.
Okay.
But it was in response to just like what happened, I think, in Cincinnati, where you had a group of people beating up one guy, right? Okay, and just kicking him in the head, hitting him in the head as hard as possible. That just happened. I was watching Fox News, and I just saw they put together a bunch of violence like that. Just a little lady getting hit in the face with her mask on, just a stranger knocks her completely out. Then they go to the next frame, and it's 6 people beating up a 70-year-old man and stuff like that. And so I just got to thinking about all that, and I just got madder and madder as I was thinking about it. And I just said, try that in a small town, just kind of in anger, And then when I did, that's when I thought, oh, all right, that could be. Let me call Neil real quick. And so he did, and that's how that started. And you can take over the story from
No,
there.
it was
but
just
that's
it was
in
a
response
Tuesday.
to that.
That's when we wrote on Tuesdays. Yeah, and I was ready to play golf because it was a pretty day. And he said, I don't think we're playing golf today. And so he told me the title, and I was like, oh, my God, here we go. And it was like, this thing has to be written exactly like you would think. We didn't think it was going to get cut.
You thought it was too political, or you just didn't think
Yeah, I
you'd do
just
anything
didn't.
with it?
No, it was just we said that day, we kind of got started on a little bit and got through it. And I go, dude, I was like, there's only one artist on the planet that would ever even consider saying this, and that's when we called Kurt and Tully. It was like, dude, you got to help us finish this song, and the rest was history.
Yeah, so you said you just came up with the title just off the cuff, out of anger. Like when you're going to write songs, do you usually come up with the title before, or does it matter? Is it any process to it?
I like to have something before, just so you don't come in empty, but everybody does it differently. Somebody else might just have a groove going, and then the idea people will be scanning through, see if they have an idea for that. I mean, you guys may do it differently, but it happens in all. There's no.
Yeah, that's the cool thing I love about writing with all three of these guys is KLo is a great idea guy. Like Try That in a Small Town was his title. Tough Crowd was his title, and then I'll get musical inspiration and tracks from these two guys that are like, will totally inspire a whole song. I mean, the whole thing can be, I'll see it when I hear their tracks and stuff, and I hear that stuff. Yeah. And then if we take a song that we've started or a title to them and go in the studio, and
they actually make it a
Kurt
song.
Turns into the mad scientist. I don't even see his face the rest of the day. He's just doing this on the computer like this and putting track, and then he picks up a guitar and plays, and Tully's over there bitching at me.
I say, come on, Neil, that line was great. Talk to us. We're right here.
You can't avoid that. But does it matter whether you record the track first or write the lyrics? No,
I don't care.
You just put them together, mash them together.
Generally, what we like to do is, we'll go into write, and Kurt will have some ideas, some landscape of a thought, a sonic piece. And like KLo said, I like to look through the titles and see what does that feel like, and I never like to start any kind of write without any kind of title or hook or a thought. It's just like leads to nowhere.
Just an idea,
yeah. I mean, so it's but Try That in a Small Town was funny. God has a way of like handling things, and that's something He handled. When I'll never forget when Neil sent. He goes, man, I got this rough sketch of an idea. He sent it on a voice memo. I put it down. I called him right away. I said, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. And we finished it. And
I still didn't believe it
at all. I said, this is what we've been waiting for. And, to cut through the rest of it, we finished it, and it just all came together like the
same week.
The track we finished. It was pretty quick. Because I remember
really
when we got the demo finished with Neil singing the demo. I sent it to Aldine. It was December, and I sent it. And how long is that song? 3 minutes, 3:02, 3:03. 4 minutes. Aldine calls.
Really?
He goes, "This is what we've been needing," And it just came together. It was like the hook that KLo had with the honest lyric. And the southern rock kind of sound that we put to it was just this. God handles that stuff.
Yeah, it's a mix of old school Aldine and modern country, right?
Yeah, and it just, I got to tell you, like, we're on tour this year. What's the third year we're touring on this? Or third? Is it third tour for the song?
Yes, third.
It's bigger. It's bigger than it was the first go around. And this year, Jason's not really on the tour we're on now. The last 2 years, he's kind of set it up where he would talk about it. This year, we just busted into it, and it is. They're waiting for it. They're waiting for it every night. So
really?
Oh yeah.
Where's that in the set list?
Middle.
It's middle, a little bit down, so it's like 2/3 of the way down. Yeah, it's a good spot. It's when the show, it's like here we're simmering, and then that one goes, and we're starting to ramp up to the end. It's a perfect spot for it.
Yeah. So Kurt, Tully, so you're playing guitar for him, you're playing bass for Jason. When is that like the peak of like your performance with the rock aspect of that coming into it? Do you look forward to that song in the set list?
Oh yeah.
Or, yeah.
Well, I mean,
what do you think?
That song means a lot to us for a lot of reasons. It was really good for us. It's been great for us as writers together as a team. It's a bond. I definitely look forward to it just because I know the crowd is looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And this year what's great is at the end of it, we've added an extended guitar kind of solo section. So we even get more stuff out of it, more time.
More bang for the buck.
Yeah. I bet Kurt loves that.
It was my idea.
Well, and I didn't even know these guys until that song.
Really?
Never met them.
You had
heard about them and their writing, producing, and I knew they're in Jason's band and stuff. And Neil knew them, and Neil and I'd written for a long time, but had never written with him at all. But Neil said, "Hey man, this is right up their alley." Said, "Let's give them a call." I said, "Great." let's do it. And then now, I don't know, a couple years later, here we are making no money in a podcast. It's amazing. It's amazing what God does.
We know how to parlay something good, don't we?
God can take something and turn it into nothing sometimes. I mean, it's really amazing.
My name is Glenn Story. I'm the founder and CEO of Patriot Mobile. And then we have 4 principles. First Amendment, Second Amendment, right to life, military and first responders. If you have a place to go put your money, you always want to put it with somebody that's like-minded. Of course. I think that's the beauty of Patriot Mobile. We're a conservative alternative.
Don't get fooled by other providers pretending to share your values or have the same coverage. Go to patriotmobile.com/smalltown to get a free month of service when you use the offer code SMALLTOWN or call 972-PATRIOT.
You know what goes great with small town stories?
Original Glory, America's beer right here.
You know, I've been drinking this every songwriting session today.
Man, that clean, crisp taste reminds me of summer nights on the back porch after a fresh mowed lawn.
And they're just not making great beer. They're investing in America's small towns.
Well, it's just like us. They believe in bringing communities together.
Not only do they invest in communities, but a portion of each sale goes to the veterans and the first responders and all the heroes that protect us.
For a limited time, you can become a member of the OG fam and invest in this beer at wefunder.com/original brands.
Join our Original Glory family and help ignite that Original Glory spirit.
Back when I started my show, people were telling me, don't go into the one thing that you should remember when you're making a podcast. Don't go into it to make money. If you do, you're disappointed.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn it, Wade, you didn't tell us that.
You told us the opposite.
Wait a minute, Wade. You said we'll make money. No, I'm kidding. No,
Yeah.
We're having that's one thing that God put us together with that song, and we're having so much fun on the podcast, and it is fun. I look forward to it.
Doesn't feel like you
Me
have
too.
to do it, but you still have to do it, right?
You have to do
Oh,
it.
we just
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it. If we were going to quit, we should have quit 6 months ago.
Yeah, we're too deep
past
in
the
it
point
now.
of no return
But
now.
I never dread it, ever.
No.
I always look forward to getting here,
I do
and
too.
especially when you're here. It's like, cool, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's good. Something I did want to hit on is how, back in 2023, the statistic was that 50% of young people, let's say under 30, it's called that young people. Gen Z's 1997 to 2012. That's kind of become my niche, going on Fox and Newsmax, and even with the show, I'm talking to young people my age. So they're about 12, or they're all the way up to 28 or 30. And I'm right there smack dab in the middle, just turning 20. And I found the niche talking to young people. But in 2023, the statistic was that 50% of those young people were drawn to country music. That was their number one.
Really?
That was their number one genre of music. And I think we've even seen it in the past 2 years. With what Morgan Wallen's done, he's taken over the game, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to beat him. And the sad truth is, it's hard to beat him.
Yeah.
How do you see that when you're writing songs? Do you think about who you're writing to?
It depends.
Yeah.
Like when we're writing, I always say when a certain artist is in season, if they're going in the studio, they're getting close. All we're thinking about, anytime Aldine is getting ready, even 6 months prior, really.
Oh, at least.
Because it takes a long time, to get the right thing for an artist like that. So we'll just be writing songs early and thinking, okay, if I get any kind of idea personally, that I think, okay, that's Aldine. First thing I'm gonna do is call Neil. And if he loves it, then we'll save it, tuck it away, and then start working on it. Then if he doesn't, then I'll try to write it with somebody else. But you're just trying to write.
Wait, what?
if you don't like it, But anyway, you are trying to, and most of the town is trying to write for the next biggest artist that's cutting right now. That's what everybody's trying to do. That.
That's just business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of that, I think, you see some new artists coming on. Forrest Frank. He's on the Christian side, pop side, coming into things. But we even see that as a Christian artist, usually you don't have Christian artists cracking the Billboard Top 100. That doesn't happen. It's not a thing, is it? He's coming into it. I think, he understands the production end of it. He really does. And I was at a concert of his in Birmingham back in April.
How was it?
It was really good.
Yeah?
There's a very diverse age range.
Okay.
You had kids who are 10.
Yeah.
And you had grandparents who were with them, and they wanted to come together as a family. You don't see that often. You don't. But the thing I really liked about his show, he stopped it just mid-show, and he got on his MacBook, and broke down a song. Each piece, he started from the very beginning. There's nothing on the song. He added each layer to it.
Oh, cool.
And showed how he created the song.
Cool. Very cool.
But as the artist itself, he understands it. I don't know if do you see that artists actually get the production behind it? Or is that pretty unique?
Well, I think it's very unique. It reminds me of Ed Sheeran, and he kind of did that sort of thing too. You know, he would show his loop making thing. He'd do a little, and then that would loop, and then he'd get a little guitar part. Then he'd put the keyboard, and he would show people live, kind of creating the loop effect. And then he'd sing, Shape of You or something.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I can compare to that. That's a really cool idea, though, and a way to connect to some of that younger generation. Shoot, we're old guys. Like, that kind of just goes over our head in a way to put on a show like that. But I think that's cool, man. I think it's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the most unique part of a concert I think I've seen.
Yeah.
Is seeing that. I've never really understood that before. Like, you see, growing up, like in computer class and all of that, you have GarageBand and all of that.
Sure.
Completely different. Right. Yeah. Obviously. But I think part of that, and the reason why there's kids who attend there, the reason why I think majority of the people there were my age.
Okay.
It's hard to see at a concert. But the reason why is that his lyrics are actually connect with young people, explaining their problems. But he's not just saying you're lonely. He's saying you got tension in your neck. You don't feel good today. But he's breaking it down in that way. I think is one way he's really been able to connect with them. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that and how he's connecting with the youth.
I think every genre connects differently, though. I mean,
100%.
My son's 18 and creates music in his Logic and all the stuff, and he does. But I think the country audience, so what they're looking for is, and every genre is a little bit different. What you're talking about,
Right.
I spent some time as a musician in the Christian genre and toured, and I spent time in the rock genre and country genre. And what I love about the country genre is they're really hung up on the storytelling. As much as it has to feel good and feel like something they recognize, might feel like an 80s or 90s rock song, but it's got some meat to the lyric. So that's what I look for. I like the connection there and why a song might connect. So I think it's just a matter of every genre is different and why they connect.
100%. And I think that is a major part of it. And the other part of it with country artists is people are buying into the artist as well. With the pop thing, it's just you like the song and it goes, and you might not even know who it is, and they might not even have another hit. But with a country artist, they buy into the person,
the personal brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a huge difference.
Which is why it's the only genre, kind of low. I will say, kind of like Christian in the sense of like a Michael W. Smith. Country artists, if you really are loyal to your fan base, you can have a 40-year run, 30-year run. I mean, just big touring. I think they stay. I think that's the one thing that a few pop acts have achieved, but not quite as many as I mean, country acts. And you can be around for a long time, make a great living as a country artist. You don't have to be an Aldean or Luke Bryan or Kenny Chesney. You can be a nice mid-level act and have a nice run of
100%.
five, 6, 7 number one hits, and be around for 20 years as long as you want to. Really, I mean, so that's a great thing.
You think it's harder to break into now than?
I think it's harder to stay.
Okay.
I think you can break in if you have a.
That's correct.
If you have a viral moment, which generally aren't. I think they're quick hits. I think it's harder for an artist to have a second hit and a third hit now. Once they have the first one, I think it used to be hard to have a first hit, harder than it is now. But maybe you could follow it up with 2 or 3 good songs. I feel like now with the way the viral moments are, it's such a quick burn. The audience doesn't give you that other chance. You can look at it like a Shabuzi. That song, bar song, Tipsy,
bar song,
whatever,
huge,
massive song.
Yeah,
it's almost so massive he can't come out of the shadow of it. Not saying that he's not good enough or shouldn't. I'm just saying it's hard to, So
that was his first.
That was his first.
Yeah,
that was his first. Yeah.
And
It's the kind of thing, and he's the kind of artist you go, what's he going to do next? How's he going to maintain that?
Well, and does he have a brand, and is he relatable as an artist, or was it just a hit or a viral moment?
You can look at it like a Walker Hayes and a fancy big moment. It's good for him, really good. I mean, he toured on that moment, and it's just hard to come with something with a lot of meat on it when you have that kind of moment.
Right.
and for them to take you seriously.
And I think it's a little more difficult now because if you look at how you're marketing and distributing songs, distributing an album, it's all on social media now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, before, back in the day, it was just radio. You're relying on radio.
That's right.
I mean, how has that changed the game? Just going to social
completely.
media. Yeah.
Well,
180 has changed the game. But, there's still... country music fans still do digest songs on the radio right now. I mean, it's not as much as it used to be, but they still
Is that
do.
dying out? You
What's
think that's
that?
on the way down?
Yes.
Is it going to hit
People
a
have said it
They've been saying
for
that for
years.
years.
It's going to
Yeah.
go.
I know,
Radio's going
I know.
away. Radio's going away. I mean,
What do
it's
you
not.
think?
It's not going away. And the last format to go away would be country, most likely.
Yeah.
And I mean, and speaking of that, as far as songwriters go, if we didn't have radio, we wouldn't be here right
Yeah.
now doing this free podcast.
I think there's a reason, though. To your point, though, I think there's a reason why artists still really care about number ones is because it does matter. If you got an artist and you're streaming 1 million streams a week on a song, doesn't mean you can go sell 5,000 tickets somewhere. Okay. The one thing you can still see, though, if you have a top 10 hit at radio, you can see an upswing in ticket sales. So it does matter. If it didn't matter, no one would care about having a number one still, and all the labels and artists do care about it. It definitely, for this genre, it matters still. I hope it continues to matter.
One thing that scares me with that is that they are now, the cars, the automobiles that they make are not equipped with radios.
Or
You have to
CD
pay for
players.
it, yeah.
Yeah, so that gets interesting there and a little bit scary to me.
I mean, who
That's-
listens to
that's
radio when you're not in
depressing.
the car?
That's
Yeah,
my point,
yeah.
So,
I do if we have a
Yeah, I
song
do
on the radio.
listen. You keep scanning until you hear something that you wrote.
Hey, I'm a KLo though. We better hope that it stays.
Yeah.
That's our
right.
main part of our livelihood, and that's
Yeah.
what's going to suffer the most is the song quality.
Yeah.
It's already suffering. It's going to really
How is that-
suffer.
You think song quality is not as good on the radio?
No,
Not even
no,
close.
no. I was just getting ready
Not
to say something about it.
It's not even close.
does that
It's-
compare?
That's where I come in.
It's
Go, Neil.
Preach on that, Neil.
I'm just like this town used to be a place where you would have song pluggers who worked for publishing companies pitching songs to producers and record labels and artists, and they would be running into each other on Music Row, taking the latest, greatest new song written by so and so to whoever. That doesn't happen anymore. It's just I've got, and I'm speaking just for myself here, I've written some of the best stuff that I've been a part of and collabed with some of my favorite writers. In the last 5 years, I've written some of the best songs I think I've ever been a part of, and I can't get them cut.
Really?
No. And there was a time that they would be fighting over them, and I know that. I know what a great song is. I don't know anymore what a hit song is.
Hey, what's the next generation of that? Of like the song pluggers? What do you think?
Oh, I
Is there
have
something?
no idea.
Well, they're doing it. Now, and I think we'll continue for a good while. That the song pluggers now are A&R reps. They're trying to create cuts in the room. Like they're trying to say, hey, let's put you in here with this person. Hopefully something will come from it. So you're trying desperately to get with any act that is happening, and if you can't do that, then your publisher is trying to get you in with an act that they think is going to be happening, and who knows who the next, Morgan Wallen's going to be, so you're having to write with a bunch of people and just over and over and over again, and you're writing a bunch of songs that nobody's ever going to hear in the hopes that you're going to write with that next big artist, and then you have a relationship with that artist because you wrote with them before they had a hit.
You know back when, yeah.
And the problem is, Christian, and maybe your listeners don't know this, they might, but they might not, and kind of what we're referring to is that we get paid accordingly for songs on the radio. When it's on digital platforms, the songwriters get the shaft.
Yeah, I was going to ask you
like
about
we
that.
don't make shit. It's
embarrassing.
It's a complete drop off. So we
What's
could
the
have
percentage difference?
somebody has the
95.
stats.
Really?
You had a number
Really?
on it.
But I mean,
It's like, well, on terrestrial radio, we get paid 9 cents per spin.
Okay.
well, there's a formula like
Yeah.
for that, but
Yeah.
that's you're talking about more the mechanicals, like
I'm talking
like
about just
a sail.
in a performance
You know.
as in a radio spin as opposed to a stream. A stream is like 0.008 of a penny or something.
So you could
per
have millions of
stream.
streams, and then I could maybe
And
go
you're
buy
still
you dinner.
you're still broke.
So that's the difference.
You get 1 million airplays on the radio,
Yeah.
you're doing something. You're making a living.
Yeah.
1 million streams, you're
Oh,
still
that's
broke.
nothing.
You're still
nothing.
broke. Yeah.
I mean, like to your point, Kelly, you said you write so many songs, you only get one that actually gets cut. How many songs do you think you write? Like, is it 25 songs before one gets cut? Is it more than that? If you had to put a number on
Probably,
it.
yeah.
And
I
it
would
depends
say
who the
it depends
writer
on-
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
if you're fortunate and you're in, and you're hitting a lick with Aldine or
Yeah.
back, years ago when I was writing a bunch with Brad Paisley, it's just it's a great advantage for songwriters to have a relationship with an artist because one, you know them so well, you know what they would and wouldn't say. And a lot of other people think, oh, this is a perfect Aldine song, perfect Paisley song, but you can listen to it and say, no, they wouldn't say that.
Yeah, but you're writing in their words, yeah.
But so it helps, and it's not everything you're writing, but you get to a point where if you're writing for those people and you're that close to them, when you get you don't even start the thing unless you think that could be a hit for them.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to waste time just writing a song for fun. It needs to be purposeful, and we're trying to elevate that artist and make money and raise their families and stuff.
Yeah.
But there are writers in town that write hundreds of songs that don't get any cuts.
Yeah.
It just, but like KLo said, we have been fortunate to have some relationship with the artists that it might be a little bit better for us.
Yeah, but that took time to develop.
Absolutely.
100. It's in any
And it may
industry.
not have worked.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it did.
But
Right.
you still have to write a good song.
100%.
You got to be
Yeah.
intentional.
You can have the relationship. You still got to write a good song. You still got to be able to bring it.
Right.
And even in that, you still, just the creative part of I still think of ideas and I think, oh, this would be perfect for Lainey Wilson. This would be a smash. Now I have no connection whatsoever. So Lainey, if you're listening out there, I've got an amazing idea. But you still have that dreamer part of you. The same dream that you had when it started it is because we didn't know how hard it was. So we're just writing stuff and being excited about it. So we try to keep that same feeling so that you'll keep generating music because it's not impossible to get songs cut that's an outside song, meaning that you're not inside the camp. It's not impossible. It's just really, really freaking hard.
Yeah.
But like Neil said, we're trying to write a better song than everybody else on that day.
Right.
That's the contest.
It's just the universal principle of networking. It's a skill you have to master, right?
Yeah.
Patrick and I talk about this all the time. Talk all the time. How can we get to this person? How can we get to this person? Can we get a meeting with this person? How do we do it?
Yeah.
I mean, as the songwriter, if you're not in the camp, how are you going to approach someone like Lainey Wilson to get into that camp?
It's hard.
How are you
dude.
trying to
It's
do it?
hard,
Right.
bro.
Well, and the thing is, we understand. Like the reason it's hard is because they're already doing great. She's already doing great without us. Now, could we have hits with her too? Yes. Do we need to for her perspective? No. She's having number one after number one, and it's working. So
And she's probably comfortable probably comfortable inside of her bubble, and I think that's important for an artist. We're as much as we're victims of it in some camps, we benefit from it with Jason and other people because we're in the bubble,
right?
And other people are trying to get in the bubble, and they can't get in the bubble.
Right.
The bubble.
You keep
The
them out.
bubble
You keep them out.
people.
Yeah.
But seriously,
We've had this.
You just once you're tapped in, like KLo said, and you get on like a run, you feel like you can't write anything they're not going to like.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to that point, then it's going to be hard for someone to come in. But like KLo said, just hope that you write a better song than everyone else. Write such a great song that it's undeniable. It seems like those moments are harder now.
Yeah.
I think the artists hear things differently now. Mm-hmm. That's just my opinion. I think the song quality has dipped a little bit where it's like, great songs kind of go over the head sometimes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You got to maybe write more in the nose than you used to.
Yeah.
I tend to find myself saying, is it too a term like writery? Is that too inside? Is it too, because I feel like things today, when we're writing something, I feel like it needs to be a little more on the nose for the artist to relate. Not all of them, but just in general, what I hear. That's one reason I still listen to radio. I want to know well, what's out there? You know, what is there a space for? And that's why I love Aldine. We can write stuff a little bit sometimes that might be inside and left to some interpretation. Where some artists, I feel like you just got to write right on the nose, where they don't want to think. Right. And to some credit to the artist, they know their fan base. Sometimes sometimes they don't want to have to think. They want to go buy a beer. There's 20,000 people there. They want to have a good time. So that's when like a Try That in a Small Town comes up. That's the moment to make them think.
That's less of the story writing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, sometimes you strike.
They don't want to go get a beer when they don't want to miss that intro.
Right.
They don't want to miss that song. And so a lot of them came there for that song.
And so that's a moment there,
right?
You know, where you can make them stop and think, but yet somehow they're still having a good time.
Right.
So it's, you know, you kind of get that lightning in a bottle moment, which is always fun.
You know, you made it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the point of like networking, how tight are like the introductions around Nashville? If you're trying to get to somebody, are you really keeping the bubble that tight?
I tell you, I'll be honest with you. Keep our bubble pretty tight. We've been here. Yeah, we've been here forever. I've been here almost 30 years. Neil and KLo. We were just talking about this with Jason, and I think the older we get, you know, I think it's natural for the circle to close in, and I think it's just for me. I know who my friends are and who I can really trust.
Right.
And I tend to want to work with the people that I trust at this point, you know, and it's just
1,000%.
I think that's not,
I mean, but you, as far as networking, it is easy to get to people for sure. But to get inside, that's really hard.
Years.
Yeah. And there's not enough time, you know, for everybody to write with all the people that you want to. There's not enough time. And then to what Kurt was saying, a lot of that is artist dependent. Like the artist is having fun and getting great songs from his crew, you know, so they're comfortable and they can hang out with those guys and they're like family, and you're having hits. You don't need to let anybody else in.
Right.
You know, there's not a need for it.
Right. I get that. It's the same in politics. I mean, working with Dr. Carson, with him that far into his career, he's towards the end of his career. He's trying to wind down a little bit. He's got a circle.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to add anyone to it, like you're saying. And he trusts who he trusts, and he doesn't trust who he doesn't trust. Right. And that's most people. But trying to break into that is difficult.
Can we trust you?
He's at our table, I think.
I think we already got it.
His name's Christian. I mean, we can't go wrong.
You can't hate it. You got that Roll Tide hat, so.
Come on.
Is that good or bad?
That's good.
That's bad.
Okay.
That's good.
And he's from Delaware.
Oh, really?
That's the problem. That's the problem.
You can't.
Joe Biden's stomping grounds.
I know.
I was just talking to
I'll say
Neil.
stomping grounds.
More as walking.
It's crawling grounds. I'm sorry, that was bad.
Tell them about what they named where the bicycle industry.
So everyone knows like where Joe Biden fell off the bicycle, right? Everyone's seen that viral clip.
That's so good.
So I was talking to Neil before all you latecomers got here.
We were on time for the show.
I beat you to your stomping ground. It's okay. But I was telling Neil that's like where he fell off is just like in a parking lot. It's like 20 minutes from where I grew up. It's in Rehoboth Beach. That's where Joe Biden's beach house is. But it's just in the parking lot where I pull up to go to the beach. It's the cheapest parking around. Yeah. That's where I go. And he just fell off right there. So someone on Google Maps renamed that one spot, that parking lot, Brandon Falls.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
That's amazing.
Dude, that's incredible.
I mean, I can't help but feel slightly, bad. I'm thinking it's an old man. Like I know he fell off his bike.
I know.
It is a little bit of elder abuse.
A little bit. I mean,
really
he shouldn't have been on the bike anyway.
No.
You can put 2 helmets on him. It's still not safe.
I forget. Did he have the bike shorts on?
Hopefully not.
I don't know if he had the whole outfit that they get.
But no, you're not making fun of him because of that. It was just the fact that he was the president, and everybody was saying, no, he's sharp as a tack, and he's the most physically fit he's ever been in his whole life. And then you could just see him barely maneuver around. So all of us, if we're blessed enough to live that long, we're all going to be like that. So you're not making fun of him.
We just don't want to be on the front cover.
We're not going to be the president.
I'm not going to be the president either, though.
Oh my God, it's been a while since I've seen that.
I'm not riding a bicycle when I'm that old.
There's another clip I love, and this is again, I feel bad. I'm sorry, Lord.
But only.
But when he's trying to walk in the sand, Have you seen that
And,
one?
and that's
seen
hard
that
for
one.
anybody. I mean,
Yeah, it's really hard for Joe when he's trying to walk in the sand.
I don't know if I remember.
Jim,
that.
can you dig it up?
Well, I was going to say that he was wearing shorts,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
but they were not bike shorts in the traditional sense.
Okay.
Well, if you can
Thank
find
you,
the clip
Jesus.
of him on the beach walking behind Jill, he's trying, but he's not going in. It's just he's having a hard time in the sand.
It's hard to look cool walking in the sand. It's
That's
that
true.
thick
if you
powdery
can find
stuff.
it,
I knew if we brought up the buying thing, this was going to happen.
Sorry, Christian.
Sorry.
Go on.
We're not very political, obviously.
Now I just tell people he's my uncle, and then they start dying. Now my brother just moved to like northern Delaware. He's a lawyer, so he's one of those people. Nobody likes those people.
Yeah.
Nobody likes those people. I don't even know if I like him.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer now.
Is he older?
He's 10 years
Obviously.
older.
Yeah.
So we look alike. We think alike. We're basically twins, 10 years apart.
Wow.
So we kind of butt heads a little too much.
Okay.
But he had moved up there, taken a new job, whatever. He was going to tour this apartment building to stay there, and he pulls up like before he even goes in, and sees like a black SUV like pulling up, and they open the trunk, and they're just pulling out ARs because it's Secret Service.
Really?
Yeah. They just happened to pull up, and they were saying that's where they live.
Yeah.
Like the same apartment building.
Huh.
It's really close to Joe Biden's house up there, like where he spends
Yeah.
most of his time. That's like an hour and a half away. 'Cause
We
the whole
do
state
that-
of Delaware is like
Right.
it's about 2 hours.
I know when you said northern Delaware, I was like, do you
Yeah.
really do that?
Is there-
or is it just Delaware?
We have 3 counties. So
It sounds like Alabama to me. I mean, we pull up down there on the Gulf and pull out our ARs and go lay out. I mean, that's what we do.
I thought I was
Nobody
gonna say,
says a word.
I thought I was going to say, open the trunk and
totally
out pop Joe
normal.
Biden.
not yet. It was not a hearse.
Oh, there you go. Jeez. Ouch.
Yeah. But I had to go up to New York City last week. Newsmax. I was weed eating last week, just around the house and everything. Weed eating around. I get a call. My phone starts buzzing. It's Newsmax calling to ask me on the next day. So I do it. But thinking about like try that in a small town, going to New York City. I don't think we need to say anything.
Yeah.
Right.
And what happened a few days ago? The shooting in Midtown.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Try that in a small town. Not going to go well. But I think about my small town. I grew up in a town of like less than 5,000 people. My mom's been in that small town. Her family, same part of the river, same town for over 200 years. Tracing back your genealogy, goes to like the late 1700s. They probably came over on like the Mayflower and the one of those.
No kidding.
But now, because her family's there forever, and she grew up there. My parents met in college, and they moved back there. But my dad served on the town council for a little bit, for 15 years. And he stepped down after 15 years. He was like, I did my time, and that's fair. But now that he stepped down, we see people from New Jersey, people from New York, people from Pennsylvania, Idaho seeing this, Texas, Tennessee is seeing this. People are moving from California, moving from these liberal states. And they're coming to small towns like the Franklin. They're coming to Columbia. They're coming to Spring Hill. They're coming to even Cahokia, right down there. They're coming to all these small towns, like my small town in Delaware. And they're bringing their liberal policies and saying, I want to move to a small town. I love the small town aspect. I just want to relax and settle. And then they bring their big city mindset, their liberal mindset, into these small towns, and they ruin it because they create it just like the town they came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really consciously realize that because they're getting away. This is much better than where they came from. Yet for a family like my mom's, who's been in this town for 200 years, and seeing these liberals come in and now become the mayor of the town and completely take over the town on the council, my mom's just ready to leave. She never thought she would get to the point that she would want to leave Delaware. She grew up there. That's where her family is. Now that her parents have passed, it's a little easier, I guess. But I've had an idea for a song, so
Well, it's
I guess
like,
this is the place, right?
well, it's like that saying, don't California my Tennessee,
Right.
And people said that, and if there wasn't so many shirts about it, we would have wrote about it a long time ago. But
Right.
but it's true,
Small town
people
blues.
people are doing that. They
Yeah.
forget why they moved. Just
everyone's
interesting.
experiencing this. It's not unique to Delaware. I mean, people in Alabama are experiencing this.
Yeah.
I do wonder, though, like if, and I don't know this, but I wonder if you're trying to move to Columbia, Tennessee, are you really getting away with those liberal thoughts?
No, you're not.
Not in Franklin, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not in Franklin. You're not
Yeah.
in College Grove, where I
No.
live. It's like we probably had 70 in the last 3 or 4 years. We probably had over 70 people move in from California into our neighborhood. They had like that many closings, but they all, from what I could gather, they all wanted to join our camp.
Yeah.
It really felt that way. The ones who they found out real quick, the ones who maintained their ideology, they found out real quick this wasn't the place for them, and they sold their house and left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, most of them want to stay.
They're refugees?
Most of them want to stay. Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean,
They love the people.
you look at the Tennessee landscape, you have a lot of conservatives. I mean, it's mainly conservative, right? It's a red state.
Yeah.
But among the conservatives, who's actually in the conservatives? It's a debate a lot of people are having now. Who's running for governor this time around?
That's we had one of them on.
Yeah, Marcia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard she's about to declare, or I think she already did.
Yeah. She declared on our show.
Really?
I forced her to declare.
I think most people, I really do. I think most people, I have friends that moved here from California, a lot of them during COVID, because it was so crazy. And they were business owners and their business got shut down. They moved here. And they just want to live their life, raise their kids, pay the bills. They don't want to be caught up in any radical left policies. Most people just want to exist in a landscape of common sense and just exist. No one, nobody wants, I don't know anyone that's moved here from California that is trying to maybe force their policies. Most of them are trying to escape it and just live
And who
normal.
knows, maybe some of those people are in Nashville proper. I mean, Nashville is more democratic
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
than, the small town areas.
And they just
but-
become a sanctuary city.
yeah.
Christian Hodges and DHS just declared them a sanctuary city a
know.
few weeks ago.
I tell you this.
Nashville hasn't, but they
Correct.
did. Yeah.
I can't get out of Nashville fast enough when I'm in Nashville downtown. I can't.
And that's sad.
We go there to work. Most of the studios are shut down, so a lot of it doesn't happen even in Nashville. I find myself in a hurry to get out of Davidson
Just the
County.
safety? Not safety, or is it just feels like trash?
A lot of things. It's so. I mean,
It's turning into Atlanta.
It's hard to even get anywhere
is.
anyway. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden rush hour is from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. There is no time when you can get anywhere. But just in general, it's not. I'll go down to Starbucks on 21st Avenue, which I used to go to that Starbucks every morning before we're in the studio, and I'm in there now, and it's like
You're such a liberal.
And what's going on at Starbucks?
Really?
Well, listen, I used to always go there. I'd go get my coffee,
It's
and
just a shame. The coffee's good.
It was a great place to go. It was fine. And now I went in there recently, and I'm like, okay, well, this is the last time I'm coming in here. It's filthy. Gonna have a guy. That day I had a guy with a beard and a dress. So I'm
Delaware way
confused.
there.
I'm confused, and I'm like, what? I just want a latte, man. Like, I don't want to try to figure out what I'm doing here. What I got going on? Dude, ma'am, full makeup, beard, dress. I'm like, okay, I think I need to get back to Williamson County.
It's crazy because Starbucks doesn't realize, and a lot of other companies don't realize that is hurting their business down here. But they don't care, and they still hire pink hair with a dress and a bulge. They're
How
still
you seeing that behind the counter?
They're still hiring those people, and my latte.
hiring
I'm
these
sorry,
people?
that latte doesn't taste as good when that dude hands it to me. I mean,
You're right.
when that thing.
I really
hands
need-
it to
I
There's
can't-
a funny taste to it.
I can't disagree with you there.
me. No. It's just I don't.
It's a special ingredient.
Oh, no.
Yikes!
And it's time for a break.
Welcome to the Try That podcast, everybody. No, I think I don't really care, honestly. If someone wants to live their life, just live it. I just do your thing. If you're confused, I'm sorry. Just making me deal with it at 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, no.
And you got full heels on and a manicured beard. I don't know what the hell to say. I just want this coffee,
It's
man.
early.
It's early.
Yeah.
I got a long day.
I'm telling
I'm trying
you.
to figure out what's going on here.
That's why I don't
Like,
go down there anymore.
It's just a
I'll
lot.
go down to those
I keep
parts.
going. They keep pushing me further south. I'm just going to keep going south.
Until you end up back in Alabama.
It may happen.
Almost to that point, maybe branching out a little bit. How would you like break down the factions in country music? Because you have like Treaty Oak going all the way like on the rock and roll side of country. Then you have like Ann Wilson all the way on the left, going to the Christian country kind of side, which is more of like what we're talking here. How would you break down like those different factions?
I break it down ticket sales. I do.
Yeah.
I break it down to the headliners. I break it down to what they're doing. I break it down to the mid-level acts that are been around and what new acts are speaking to the crowd. I mean, you can define anything. You can define yourself as a country music artist. Are you connecting? That's the disconnect for me with streaming and these platforms is you have a lot of people can call themselves successful artists because you're streaming. But I like to listen to the Stapletons and those guys. Like, what are they tapping into? Like that, I break it down like that. I break it down like who's having success because that is what we're doing. That is what we're doing. If
it's
you
business.
can't, whether and I say it all the time. There might be an artist. The other night we were talking about an artist we were hanging out, and he's not my favorite artist, but he's selling out arenas every night. Can't argue with it. Can't argue with it. You cannot argue with the hard ticket and the merch number. That's how you break it down.
Right.
Who's on the come up? Who's going from clubs to theaters to little arenas to opening to headlining? That's what's fun for me. Who's really tapped in? Like Morgan did it better than anybody. You know, watched him come up and he just, you know, that's how I look at it. You know.
Right. If you had to buy stock in 3 people today, or like coming up, who would it be?
Wow.
Coming up. Wow.
That's a good question.
If you're saying
boy.
who's starting at the clubs, who's going to the theaters, who's moving their way up?
You're talking about new
I
artists.
think Zach,
Yeah.
Zach Top would be one, just because
Okay.
he's got a
good
good
call.
he's got a good lane.
he'd be
you
on
know.
my
Isn't he
list,
from
too.
Montana? He's from.
I don't know where he's from.
He'd be on
I
my
don't think
list.
he's from the South.
I don't know
Never
where
met
he's
him,
from.
but I've got a great idea for
Yeah.
him also. Carson
be on my
Chamberlain,
list,
if
though.
you're
We'd have
listening
to
out
say
there.
John Morgan just because we
Yeah.
work with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, John
and,
Morgan.
I'd go with him.
and he's a true artist. Like a lot of these newer artists that come out, they
That's it.
might not have the whole package, but
Yeah.
he's one of those guys that has it in
If
spades.
you wanted to buy early stock, inexpensive stock, buy Mary Cutter stock.
Okay.
But check her out. We're producing her, and she's. Well, I'm not just saying that because we're producing her. She's
You're paid to say this.
no, I'm really not. Because you can look at what we look
ticket
at in the
sales.
business. You can look at social media and what she's done
She's connecting.
on her own. That's another thing. Okay, you can look at social media, and some people may have a way to buy some of that, and some people just do it ground floor.
Right.
And I look at that like, okay, you know, how did she get millions of views on something? She's tapped into something. That's why we are producing her, because I think there's a rising stock there. You know, Zach Top's a good one. I think he's tapped in. You know, that's you know.
Who just did Indigo? Who was that? What's the lady's name? Indigo. Just came out. Let's see.
I don't know.
Let me see.
It might be
I'm
too
blanking
old
on her
for
name
that.
in the spot. Indigo. Avery Anna.
Oh, Avery
So,
Anna,
yeah.
we know her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
She's
know her.
great.
Is she?
Our friend David Fanning is working with her,
Yeah.
and she's. You're right. She's tapping into
Yeah.
something that people are buying.
Yeah.
I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's one who
actually.
stands out to me.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Since we're plugging, I'm gonna plug Ben on your show.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ben Gallagher.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent out there. I mean, it's
lot, yeah.
harder for these young kids to like cut through because there's so much noise around it, you know. But I think if like I said, in this genre, if you stick with the fan base, you can have a great career. You know,
What do you think is, say, a young guy's trying to break into it? Is there like a right age to break into Nashville nowadays?
seems like
be
it's
in-
off
I know
the
it-
table.
It's
Seems like
pretty broad right now.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
seems like you can't be.
I think I'm gonna try.
Hey, that's the great thing about country music. No, seriously, I don't think.
Why y'all
I don't-
laughing?
I think you can
No,
still
it could still work.
have a
Hell,
shot
yeah.
when you're in your mid 30s.
I got a good
Yeah.
20 years left in
But then
me,
you
I
have
think.
someone like Mason Ramsey, he's what, 12? Whatever he is. But he had the viral moment, like you said earlier. He already broke in. And he can tour just because he went viral once, right? It's interesting. Now, I want to throw something for you. Have you heard of Josiah Queen?
No.
He's more on the Christian side, but he's breaking in. He's doing Bridgestone. He just sold out Bridgestone actually 2 months ago.
My Lord.
And he got married at like 19 or 20, and now he's 21, 22. And he's based out of Texas. He's not even in Nashville. And I think he's got his second album, might have just come out. And it's about to come out, September, I think, is when his second one comes out. He's independent, not signed to a label. Started out that way, and just started pumping songs out there, releasing single after single after single, and then EP after EP after EP, just putting them on blast, right? And he's on a whole tour, just as an independent artist. I mean, I think about, like, as an author, I think about, like, the publishing world in books. You have the HarperCollins, you have the Penguin Random House, you have all these publishing houses, the big five they call them. You're trying to break into those. It's similar, same concept when you're in music, trying to get to the big record labels, big publishing houses, and sign those deals. And then you have the option of self-publishing a book. That's what I did myself, and I enjoyed it because I'm the entrepreneur. I want to control over it, right? And what do you think about, like, the independent rise in music, independent artists? You have any thoughts?
Well, it's publishers.
Well,
Let me sign you up. No.
Well, it's interesting, and I don't have a lot of these guys have a lot more, but it's interesting to me because you can find out you're writing with an artist and they're not on radio, they don't have a deal or anything, but they're making like $7,000 to $10,000 a month,
right?
By putting out content and on all their socials, YouTube, all that stuff, and they have a business. They're doing really, really good,
right?
And so a lot of them they're not chasing a label. They're happy and they're getting to perform. They go out and play, and they're doing great. So. I don't know. I mean, I love it.
If we wrote a song with him, we're making $7 to $10 a month. That's the problem.
How does that work on the writers' end? If you're the publishing house is just
some of these new artists are given master percentages away to writers that'll write with them now. I mean, that's a thing now, which is good, and it's an incentive for
you guys to look for those guys.
Yeah, for songwriters to write with them. And because if you're independent and you're not really selling product or anything like that, and you're not on radio, there's really no incentive for anybody to want to co-write with you unless
there's not a business to it.
Yeah.
But it's cool, man. I think that's great that there's an avenue for an independent artist to put his music out there without signing with a record label. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And if it connects, it's going to connect, and
that's right.
I think it's incredible.
I think it's great because the fans get to decide if they love it or not.
That's exactly right.
It's going to be huge. It's not not a business or a political decision. It's the fans actually get to go. I love this, and it goes viral.
Well, that's the same reasoning though is why we're stuck with some things though. A little piece of me, I like the gatekeepers. I like the label head.
The gatekeepers or the gatekeepers?
The gatekeepers.
Or
you know
we move beyond LGBTQ.
I like the head of the label with the A&R staff because it's harder to get through, but I like sometimes it protects the industry from things that shouldn't go viral and shouldn't be as big as they are. Just my opinion.
Right.
I take some backlash for that, but I don't want to hear Fancy Like on the radio. I don't. I think it's bad. So I don't know.
I love backlash.
So you prefer the corporate style? And then
I don't know if I prefer the corporate style as much as just I like it when a legit artist who has great songs and John Morgan's a great example. One of the best singers we've got in this genre. He's our guy. He writes the songs that he puts out are great songs. They don't stream huge because they don't have that viral element to them, but they're great songs. Okay. It could be harder for him to be a big star today than it would have been 15 years ago because of the reason that he doesn't write those viral type cheeky songs. So, yeah, I think I like the idea of taking a John Morgan and having an A&R staff concentrate on him and just, push it to radio. And next thing you know, John Morgan's headlining.
Well, he deserves. He's worthy of it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not saying everybody is or isn't. I'm just saying
there's tons of artists who are not worthy of any attention.
The legit great singers, great artists who maybe don't love dancing around on TikTok. Like the dude singing in a toothbrush. What's it? Warren Zeters?
Yes.
That guy's trash.
Yeah. Well, but
he's trash.
Here we go.
But John's not going to dance in front of his truck at midnight doing a TikTok. If that's what it takes, then John's probably not going to going to do
right.
that. So I think that part of it for me is frustrating.
I mean, isn't
the-
that just the? Go ahead, Ken.
Well, the part that I like a lot of that. Other stuff I don't. It's just the fact that I think it gives. There's too much talent. That they can't all get out on the radio, and the labels don't have the capacity to sign all the talent in the world. So I do think there's legitimate, talented people that, because of social media and all that, it's given them a chance. It's given them a vehicle, and I like that.
I do too.
I mean, to me, it's more hopeful. It's American. It's
Right.
great. I mean, I think you can. I think there's a lot of positives to it. And if somebody comes out and they don't have a great song, like if say you don't like Fancy like for me as a writer, I wish I wrote it because I'd like to be cashing that check.
No.
Like I would like for you to make fun of a lot of songs just because I would be making money. So I just think it gives writers and artists just more opportunity. Though I know what you're saying, but at the same time,
I think
I like
it works.
the
I
opportunity.
think it works and hurts all at the same time. But I feel like it's harder. There's no doubt it's harder for an
Quality
artist who's not
That's
gonna
right.
who's not going to spend time on TikTok, because let's be honest, as the labels want TikTok and all that stuff to do the work for them. So
Right.
it's not so much as the diamonds in the rough that come up that you notice through TikTok. I think's great. I think it's great, but it's harder for legit guys who maybe just want to be, like a Keith Whitley type. See Keith Whitley out there singing into his hairbrush on a No, I mean, we're going to miss out on some stuff. Now we're going to have some stuff like Zach Top's going to come up. That's amazing, but we're going to miss out on some great artists who are just great, who maybe don't have the social media presence or don't have that chip in their brain.
They don't have it
to
in
do
them. They're not that desperate.
I think, but to KLo's point, kudos to the go-getters on social media who that is working for.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're taking advantage of
and
it.
if it's great, it'll last. That's the other thing. If it's
Right.
great, it'll last. If it's not, it won't.
It'll prove itself.
But I do hate I do feel like there's some people that are should be given a shot that just won't because they don't have the right social numbers.
If you can take advantage,
that's a good point.
Yeah, if you can take advantage of social media and you're willing to put in the time and the effort to do it, more power
If you're
to
willing
you.
to look stupid.
Absolutely.
If I have a
Well,
hairbrush.
You know
it's
what?
true. If you got
Right.
it, that's
if you're willing to do that, do
Yeah.
it. And it's like, and that leads me to the AI thing with songwriting. I'm like, that's a real thing, and it's coming. And
You think that's going to replace you guys?
yeah,
You do.
absolutely. Well, from what I've gathered and what I've seen,
Different opinion. What do you think?
No. It's there's going to be songwriters out there that are going to call themselves songwriters, and they don't have to write a thing. They don't have to do a thing. They can throw a phrase into AI, and it'll spit out a whole song with a demo, and it sounds amazing. And they're going to call themselves songwriters, and that's what we're up against. It's already here.
Yeah.
It's like, and if we don't learn how to use it to our benefit, we're going to get left behind.
Right.
That's a fact. I've already seen it. It's amazing. It's mind blowing.
I think it'll affect in some ways, but I think, and Tully said this on a previous show, I think AI has to take from something, has to learn from something. So AI is not going to be able to come up with the idea I came up with this morning. It's just not. You got to feed it, right? And so I still feel like there's always going to be the need for writers to create new things to feed AI.
I mean, a question on that is,
But we'll have to do that. But what I'm saying is somebody who doesn't know anything about songwriting and has never written a song in their life can feed it anything and call themselves a songwriter and put their name on it.
I mean, the way AI works. Is
But what I'm saying is AI is smart. I mean, it will
is.
spit out an amazing
They can
lyric,
write you a book if you wanted
an
to.
amazing lyric.
Yeah.
It's I've seen it, and I was blown away. I'm like, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Right. And it's not that you guys doing this intentionally, but AI is built off a model, and it's built off of things that are out there presently. It's built off the songs that you guys wrote.
100%.
Yeah.
So you guys fed it. I mean, you didn't know this was going to happen. I mean, how do you compete against that now when you almost built the model for it?
I don't know if that's the question.
Yeah.
Because when you get into copyright and publishing, it like you said, it has to learn from something. It has to take from something. And that's the big battle. I don't know the answer. I really don't. It's
Yeah, and who would figure up that math? Because it's hundreds of thousands of songs.
I guess what
that
I'm
they're
trying to
pulling
say
from,
is
you know.
AI is going to turn out to be the most amazing co-writer that's ever lived.
You think you're ever just have
it's
AI
going to be
listen
amazing. It's going to do all the work, and you're just going to be in the room and watch it do its thing.
Yeah.
And keep feeding it stuff. If you don't like it, you can fix it. Throw it back in there. It's AI is going to be an amazing companion for a lot of people in the songwriting industry.
Yeah. You think it'll be used on the production end?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it already is.
It already is.
Yeah.
It already is.
It's going to put a lot of people out of business.
Yeah, I don't know
out of
what it
work.
was. Who did I see this?
There's
They
an
were
AI
tracking
artist.
the AIs
who
that
is
sold
that?
500,000 copies
I
or
don't-
something.
can't
It's
remember
like,
the name
oh
of it.
god dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I predict they're going to put record labels out of business and everything, or record labels are going to put everything out of business and have no artists to pay, have no overhead whatsoever. I predict an AI generated artist will sell out Bridgestone in the next 5 years. It won't even be.
What do you guys think? What do you guys
I knew it was going to happen when I saw a DJ with a light show sell out Bridgestone.
Well, I mean, some of
With
the,
a light show. It was just a guy doing this and plugging his stuff in, and there's these tremendous lights, and everybody's just, and they sold out Bridgestone. So it was over when I saw that.
As we've said before, and this is true, people are easily entertained.
Yes, absolutely.
They're here now.
look at Jim.
I don't think he's entertained.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
So entertaining.
I know. I'm gonna. I've got to. I think God will take care of this. I think, and with KLo in the sense that it still there's no emotion there. Mm-hmm. So I think we're still.
It's dehumanized it.
Still, I can't let myself believe that will replace the heart and the imagination of what we do or artists in general. It still feels plastic to me.
Yeah.
You can have someone spit out lyrics and it's fine.
That's
but it's
just-
just
you know what?
It's just numbers. It's ones and zeros.
It
coming
is, but I got to say this. This is the scary part, and this was coming from. I mean, I've written a lot of songs in my life, and I've freaking put my heart and soul into a lyric before. And when I heard a song come out of that machine with a demo behind it, it blew my mind because it had emotion, and that's what blew me away. I was like. I mean, it was amazing. It blew my mind. I'm like, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
When was that?
This thing can think.
When did you first see that?
Oh, it's been in the last month.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is all fresh.
Yeah. It's all brand new. The music was amazing. The singer was amazing, and the song was amazing. And I was blown away. And it was all fake.
I haven't
It was all
heard
fake.
that side of it yet. Maybe I don't want to, but everything I've heard out of it or like seen or what it's spit out. We were messing around one day with our buddies, the Warren Brothers. We were joking around, and they said something, and it was like, okay, well that's really not good, So I haven't seen the true fear that I've seen in my friend now.
Well,
which
I mean,
No, I'm
to
just.
me, I think it can be.
But for me to say it though, it's,
I know. That's what-
it's like it scared me to death.
Well, and we,
To know that it wasn't real. And
I
come out
guess,
from a human.
and the way we approach it, like these guys write for everybody.
Yeah.
They've had hits with everybody. We kind of more, focused towards Jason.
Right.
And when we're looking for songs
Yeah.
for Jason, the AI doesn't do it. Because there's a very specific thing. But no, I see what you're saying, man. I really do.
It's going to come a time you can throw an idea in and go write it for Jason Aldean.
Well, we did it. Believe me, we did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We write
Have you guys
this.
tested it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Write
Yeah.
this title in the style of Jason Aldean, and it's
It
like,
won't hit
oh,
it every time. It won't hit it every time, but
Right.
but sometimes
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah.
spit out one. You're like, holy shit, that's.
But and it's still, I mean, to me, it sounds really good, but it falls under the category of, hey, that's pretty good. But to me, my experience is pretty good songs don't get recorded.
Right.
There's a lot of them out there.
I'm just saying. Well,
I'm going to disagree with you there.
anyway,
Yeah.
I said my.
Jim,
I
strike that
said,
from
I said
KLo's
my
record.
experience. My experience.
I don't
but I
think
think
it-
it's
I
a
don't-
good
yeah.
tool. I think it'd be a good tool. Like for me, so I'm not a great melody guy at all. So for me, if I'm working on something, it'd be kind of cool to say, hey, spit it out in in this make this more of a rock thing, and you can start hearing pieces of demos and stuff. I think for some people it can be a really good tool, or if you're completely stone cold blocked on a second verse or something, I don't know. I said, hey, put it and it'll spit out something generic. It's been said before.
I would never do that.
No, I'm just saying
will you?
I haven't used it. I'm just saying, but people will.
But that was my point a while ago. Is like there's going to be people who don't write songs for a living and are just brand new. They'll throw a title into it. It'll spit out a lyric, and they'll get to mess with it and edit it and do this and put it back in there, and then do a little work tape on it with just their guitar on their phone, put that in there, and out spits this record with this singer that doesn't exist.
And that took 10 minutes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It is scary.
And it's amazing.
Right.
That's my whole point. It's like there's going to be people who haven't been doing this for 30, 40 years, their whole life, and still learning the craft for 30 years, that'll be able to just step in here and just do that.
I mean, that pisses y'all off, right?
I just you can stay pissed, or you can adapt or die.
Right.
Well, I mean,
it's
I think
one
it'd be
of them.
hard to make money. I don't think you could just become a hit songwriter just by feeding stuff into AI and editing.
It depends on who cuts it.
I just don't.
It depends on who
I don't
cuts
know. I just don't. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know if that's going to happen.
We better hope it's regulated and doesn't happen. Right. That's at that point. I don't even think
that's
I
how bro.
You suggest they regulate it.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't either.
That's way above me. And the same way I think, how do you regulate social media? How do you regulate, any of it? It's all negative to me. The AI stuff for the creative and music is everything. My soul won't even let me entertain the thought. So I think that's when if it comes down to that, I think
we are old. We are a dying breed. If a dying breed's creating music, if that makes us a dying breed, then I guess I'm dead, because I can't. Where's the joy in it?
Right.
I find no joy in saying spit me out a second verse. Like, to me, it's like I love music with everything I have, and it's like all I love and what I want to do, and forever. I can't even.
It's
let
hard
myself.
though. I mean, it's a wormhole, but it's like, people build tracks and music through samples, and it isn't them creating the music. It's just, I see this online. Here's a sample. Here's a sample. Here's a sample. There's your song. So it's happening inch by inch, or even more than that.
I don't think we're ever going to give in. I don't think the guys like this generation of writers, I don't think we're ever going to fully give in to AI. But the new generation coming up, especially even the younger people.
Well, you don't have any talent.
I know it, and they
you don't have.
I could do it.
That's the scary part.
You could, and it would be great.
Well, that's
Jim
what,
could
that's
do
what
it.
I'm saying.
I'm
It's
kidding,
like-
don't go that far.
I'm kidding. Okay, sorry. You're right, Kurt. Jim can't do it.
That's the sad part. You're not going to need talent. That's what I'm getting at.
Then
You're not
what's
going to need
then
that.
what's the point of doing anything? Just at that point.
Don't give up.
Way to go,
super,
Christian.
super,
You really
it's a
got
super depressing night.
Hey, I think it's a sign the Lord's coming back soon. That's what I
I
think.
think a lot of things are.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we can wrap this up. We've been at this like an hour. But I like to end every show with one question. So if we go around the robin here a bit, if you could talk to a young person, if you look them in the eyes, and you can tell them not to give up one thing, what would it be? Start with Kurt.
Oh, geez. Thanks, Christian.
Not to give up.
Not to give up one thing. The name of the show is America Don't Give Up.
Weed.
So if you're talking if you're talking to Gen Z, a young person, what do you say?
Well, you kind of touched on this, and I think this is important. I'm glad my parents instilled this in me, is critical thinking. I just think we've lost it. The younger generation has lost it. You're kind of told what to do. You kind of watch what to do.
Right.
And I know this guy has, and I know you have, and I know you're going to instill that in your kids. I'm very thankful my parents did that with me. And in some ways, you disagree, but that's the whole point. Right. That allows you to get through a lot of tough times. I hope that I'm doing that with my son. That's the one thing I'd say, don't give up on. Think for yourself. Don't be influenced easily by others.
Yeah, we've been taught what to think, not how to think.
More than ever, we've been taught what to think.
Right.
Well, I mean, I would say just don't give up on God's message. because it's.
What's that to you?
Well, look, I know it's easy when things don't go right to question it. You know, like it's, you may lose somebody close to you. Something may not go right. You may hit a bad patch in your life. I've been through it where it's like you start questioning, you know, is he out there? Has he got my back? Seriously, I've had those moments, you know, and I've learned like that he's always there.
Right.
He's always there, and it's those down moments that make you the strongest. You know, that's a lesson that I wish I would have learned when I was younger that I know now. You know, but I think that's part of his plan. So I would say to the young people, like, I've been through it. Like, don't give up on that.
Yeah, don't stay low.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mentioned Forrest Frank earlier, that new artist. He was skateboarding like a week ago. He broke his back while skateboarding. He's on tour and everything. Broke his back. So he's like in bed right now. And he's like, I need to make a song. And you just said it. God's got my back. He just made a song called God's Got My Back with a broken back.
Wow.
So that song's doing well now.
I'm going to put that in AI tonight.
He just wrote it.
Neil will have that out by tomorrow. Yeah.
But you should look up the video of him
will.
actually
Absolutely.
producing it because it's interesting. He made it in his bed, the guitar and everything. Had his mic.
amazing.
I know
It's
my
cool.
son knows. So I actually don't know much of him. I'll look that up.
Yeah.
See,
Look it up.
AI is not going to get that emotion.
No, they can't. They can't time it like that.
Yeah.
And Kelly,
I mean, I would just say, you know, those are both great, by the way. But I would say, don't give up on family, because the older you get, you know, and you start losing people, you know, you just need to really value your mom and dad, your brothers, sisters, and all that, because I've kind of learned that our family is kind of odd because we all love each other. We don't have an ousted family member, you know, and a lot of people do have those people and they just don't repair it. And like, for whatever reason, I think it's just so incredibly sad, because as you get older, you start losing friends and stuff like that. And even if you're going to be successful, you know, it's great if you're successful, but if nobody cares when you get there, I mean, what'd you do it for?
right?
You know, so
I mean, friends are
anyway.
gonna come and go. Family, you got to keep.
Yeah, and you get older. I mean,
Right.
your friend group starts getting real small.
Right.
Yep. Mine's more. It's more related to what Tully said, but it's don't give up on prayer, because sometimes people get the wrong answer to their prayer, or it's not the wrong answer, but they don't get the answer that they want, and they'll give up on it really quick, because prayer works. I'm 60 years old, and I'm here to attest that prayer works. I haven't gotten the answer I wanted every time, but it was for the right reason, and I always found out later that it was for the right reason. So don't give up praying.
Right. Now that's very true. My life's a testimony of that. Just a quick bit. Senior year of high school, I wrote the book when I was 17. Senior year of high school, I spent 9 days in the hospital, right over Christmas break. 6 days I was unconscious. This is only 2 years ago. 6 days I was unconscious with what they call viral encephalitis. My brain was swollen and inflamed, and I mean, they didn't know if I would live. I mean, people who usually get that, mortality rate on that is 10%.
Oh,
So if we want to talk about COVID's mortality rate of 0.00 something,
Yeah.
10% mortality rate. I was in a coma for a week.
Oh my
Most
God.
people who get that are in a coma for weeks, if not months, and you don't make it out. But I mean, the Lord showed up. The first week in the hospital, I woke up from being unconscious. It's like midnight, and there's like a Gonzaga UNC basketball game on TV. So I was trying to watch it in bed, but you're so dazed and out of it after a week, as you can imagine. And I couldn't focus on it. But there's one thought in my mind, like at that point, and it's like, where's my Bible? I have like one of the big ESV thick study Bibles. It's just a brick. In high school, I was known to be the guy who just carried it around, which is a good thing to be known by. But you can't beat it. And I remember like crawling out of bed and stumbling across the room, just hobbling over there, like out of breath, huffing and puffing. Once I found my Bible, like on the windowsill, my mom's on a futon trying to sleep at midnight. My dad's in a recliner. To your point of family, they were there the whole time. They were there. And I found my Bible. I got back to my bed, ripped the IV out of my arm to even do that. Nurses were not happy, but
the stud.
But I remember just flipping open, and I couldn't even read the words on the page, but I prayed the only 2 words I could find the strength to mutter. It was, I surrender. And after a week of being unconscious in a coma, a day later I'm out of the hospital. I'm running laps around the floor of that hospital floor, running laps, running away from the nurses because they want to do more tests. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm good. I'm done. And I mean, that was the beginning of my story.
Brother, that's incredible.
Yeah. The Lord healed to the power of prayer. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the power of prayer. I was supposed to be on my first mission trip to Jamaica in that time. I didn't go. There were people in Jamaica praying for me, people in Europe. They had a whole prayer chain going across the country, across the world. And I mean, that's where my parents resorted to first. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. So I just wanted to throw that in there. In that recovery process, I thought it was going to take 2 years. I didn't think I'd be 100% until now. Within 6 months after that, I wrote a book.
Wow.
So,
Amazing.
And right before that book came out, that's when Fox invited me on for the first time. And I was able to go on there and talk about Gen Z, what we're talking about now. I didn't even know what that was back then. And now this has become my niche. But like right after I was on that hit, something kind of clicked with me. Like when I was going back for those like checkup appointments with the neurologist, the rheumatologist, all the ologists that you can't name. These old guys probably get it.
You're right. We ain't in the show on that one.
I think he was looking that way.
He was.
But I went to the neurologist appointment with my mom and my dad, and he approved me and everything, so I was good to go. I was cleared. And he asked me like, stupid questions, like, who's the president? And knowing me, I hesitated when I said Joe Biden. Is he really the president? We don't know.
The trick question.
Maybe it was a dream.
The trick question.
So I think I was on it.
Yeah.
He asked me some math questions, and I answered them. And we're walking out of that room. This is in like February. And first Fox hit was June of 2023. This is 2023. And book is out last day of June. And we're walking out in February of that meeting. And we're almost out of the room. He comes up and he grabs me. And he taps me on the shoulder and he says, Christian, I never want to see you again unless you're on TV. So in February he's saying that. And in June that happens to come to be. Because this is never what I ever imagined myself doing. The last thing I ever thought I would do is to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, my whole life I was a shy kid behind my mom's leg. I just wanted to sit there and observe. And here we are. The Lord's called me into this. So you're right. The prayer does work. And I'm glad, I think you guys understand that.
I love that.
You guys have experienced it.
That's an incredible story.
Right.
And we
Amazing.
appreciate you being here tonight, dude.
I appreciate you guys letting me come in and take your space and letting me into your little bubble.
You're in the bubble now.
You're in. I'm in.
You'll get a bill.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back for the next episode.
Make sure to follow along, subscribe, share, rate the show, and check out our merch at trythatinasmalltown.com.